Warning. This movie is recommended not to be viewed if you're easily offended, and if you outright just suck, you may really want to watch something else. The opinions of the Raging Shaman do not necessarily reflect those of this network or its affiliates, or anyone else in their right mind for that matter. But perhaps, just perhaps, it all makes sense after all. I give you Grumm on a Soapbox.
What's with the new high-level gear? Did Blizzard run out of ideas? Back when I was 16, I had my epics. I looked badass. Dunna 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 bat orc. Since Outland, I look like someone's wrapped a homeless person in a circus tent, blew him up, stitched the whole thing back together, and then stapled it to me. I mean, that great bow you used at 60 looked sweet. After 60, you pick up one that's even better, only it looks like something gray you picked off a trash mob when you were level 4. At least the new epic shaman shoulder gear doesn't look like you should be hanging your laundry on them. Remember those things? Good stats, but you look like someone had stabbed you in the neck with all their silverware. Let's talk about tenacity in PvP. Killing members of the opposing faction is part of the game, no big deal. And I've put in my share of deaths. I do get killed out there just like everyone else. Look here, if I'm PvPing for reputation and you attack me repeatedly, even though I pummel you senseless every time and you keep coming back to try again, you have my respect for showing bravery and perseverance. However, you create a new Horde character so you can whisper me and brag about how much you rule and how much I suck. You've instantly turned that respect into amusement. You just can't take anyone seriously who has a big mouth while lying broken in a pool of his own blood and urine. And my urine, to be honest. I was bored. That's right, Sheridan the Paladin on the Bronze Dragonflight realm. I'm talking about you. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, there was this noobish warlock, same server, dumb enough to be near Crossroads with his PvP on. It was on because he was killing level 16s, because he's a big tough badass, and beating up on people who don't stand a chance is what big tough badasses do, right? He chose the name Bradster for himself. Bradster. The only thing that's missing now is a prim little mustache, and a longing look at some other dude's butt. Respect in this aspect. You're good with your skills, you play your class fairly well, and you did kill me. And then you came over to laugh at me, and I used an Ankh to res myself immediately and beat you within an inch of your miserable existence. You peed your pants so bad, you not only needed a new set of pants, you changed characters completely. Low-level Horde, of course, to tell me how much you owned me. You got your ass beat by a full resto shammy in his healing gear. I stopped combat mode and just ran along behind you a while you ran away like a little girl. Suck on that, you ass clown. Folks, if you're on the Bronze Dragonflight server, make sure to pay Bradster your respect. He's one of the biggest losers here, and he could use a little uplifting. If you take a beating, guys, take it with pride. It happens. Don't be a baby and whisper your defeaters. No one takes your bragging seriously after you've had your teeth kicked in.
Are you lonely? Do you feel unloved? Do you have no life? Are you level 70, but you still get your ass beat every time you step up to the plate? If this sounds like you, your life is about to change. That's right, you sad waste of a badass wannabe. Saddle up your mount and head to the Barrens. You heard me right. Come attack Crossroads. No more embarrassing failures against NPCs at the same level. These guards are an all-time low of level 40. They don't even really put up a fight. It's so easy. Worry about hordes who might beat you within an inch of your life? Fear not. Crossroads is the ultimate ego boost for any kind of loser. If you act now, you'll encounter hordes of level not 40, not 50, not even 60. Hordes questing in Crossroads are an unbelievable level range of 14 to 20. It's like shooting gnomes in a bucket. It's so easy. Too much of a pussy for Crossroads? Have no fear, there's always Razor Hill. Feel like the big man on campus and attack today.
Let's talk about the new races. Why are there so many Draenei? I mean, how do they reproduce? The females are hot, I'll give you that. But a male Draenei just might be the most amusingly hideous sight I've ever seen. And they have kids. It's like Cindy Crawford having the Hunchback of Notre Dame's kid. Okay, granted, Having tentacles in the face is not something a lot of men can offer, and I bet it has its uses. But seriously, ladies, is that really worth scrogging Quasimodo for? Blood elves. Ex-allies, now part of the Horde. I can accept that. But wasn't their race almost totally obliterated? Aren't the remaining blood elves the sparsely numbered survivors struggling to re-establish the greatness of their heritage? Then why are there so many of them? Have you been to Terran Mill lately? It's like someone rolled a huge rock out of the way and they sort of poured out. Mine, 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 mine. And those ears are as pointy as they look. This blood elf chick went down on me once, and now I have 3 belly buttons.
Do your ears point high? Do they stick up to the sky? You can tie 'em in a knot, but you can jab 'em in your eye. Oh, you skinny, pale, and pasty. Do the others think you're tasty? Do your ears point high?
Let's talk about a little in-game etiquette. You're in an instance. You've just had beans on toast or 2 pitchers of coffee, and they're letting you know it's time for them to move on. What do you tell your party? BRB bio.
Yeah.
No! BRB bio is gross. The word bio forces a visual image on the rest of your party members that they don't need to see.
Oh, yeah.
You could say, gotta pee, bathroom break, potty time, any of those. Using the word bio to describe your upcoming private activities, like telling your party, you guys hang here, I gotta go take a killer shit. Here's a really wide idea. What you could do is just not tell us you're going to the bathroom at all, because when you say BRB, no one really cares why. All we need to know is that you're not able to participate in combat for a few minutes, and that you'll hurry back when you're done with whatever it is that's keeping you. For all we care, you could hop outside for a minute and run around in broad daylight with your pants around your ankles singing I Feel Pretty. And for you players out there, I guarantee there is no better way to scare away the ladies than take that special care to inform them of every time you have to unleash the contents of your bowels on an unsuspecting porcelain appliance. Little tip for the future: drain what you have to, when you have to. Don't tell me about it. Here's something I'd like you all to try. The next time you create a character, especially when you plan on leveling past 4 and will therefore be playing over long periods of time, spend some time thinking about your name. I appreciate that you like orcs. I appreciate that you like hunters. I can also appreciate that you therefore want to make a hunter who is also an orc. What I cannot appreciate is then naming your character Orc Hunter. Here's why. Not only are you portraying your own creative intelligence in a very poor light, but you're also insulting the intelligence of anyone and everyone you run into. No, you're an Orc Hunter. Thank God you pointed that out. I almost mistook you for a gnome warlock. Also, let's have a look at how it's written as a character name. Written as Orc Hunter. See the space? You imply that you are an orc who is a hunter. Written as Orc Hunter, one word, see? You imply that you hunt orcs. A very fitting name for any of the Alliance races. Not a fitting name for an orc. I won't even start on the Horde guild named Horde Fighters. You're not Horde Fighters, guys. You're part of the Horde. That would make you Alliance Fighters, you inbred spooge jockeys. So the next time you want to name your Blood Elf Paladin, Elven Pally, or your Tauren Warrior, Warrior Cow, do yourselves a favor and save everyone else the effort. Go walk to the nearest mirror, pick up something heavy that easily fits into your hand, mommy's toys for example, and club yourself about the head until you stop behaving like your family's been reproducing out of the same gene pool for the last 200 years. Moving on.